Second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Shimonik to throw it, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore, there in coverage for New Orleans.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Bree's going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And it's a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Ken's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Leopard! Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Detroit! Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are in for 6. They'll look good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Over.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. Got an open man, it's Ratley. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, it's Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Breeze now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now, Breeze again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Saints on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Breeze going to throw. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Breeze now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Now this time Breeze will throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Good set, good set, good set.
Breeze to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Over. Go inside.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
95-56. Ready. You waiting? Got it.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Fire down, fire down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn Robinson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky.
They're throwing here. Shimonek. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Trey Hendrickson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Shimonek. And he's going to go down again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Shimonek. That's complete. Bernard. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Shimonek. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit!
Here's Shimonek to throw it. Steps away to his left. Throw outside complete. That's Boyd. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Leopard! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Shimonek. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ready, ready. Under. 95, 56, 95, 56. Ready, what's that?
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Leopard! Leopard! Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Lucky 56! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 36 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gun! Set!
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw again. And this one's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another shot from the one on second and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Nick Shimonek, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. 11.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10.
13.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
95-56.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Over! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't like. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Now back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This is taken at the 3. And now running right through it. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Boston Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. They're going to look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw again. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to... And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And he's able to put it through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. This will go for 5 up to the 33. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Kamara. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Easy.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow waiting. Ready, set. Hey, left, 48 left.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Coleman has it here right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Lucky 56. Gone!
He's back to throw. And Eifert has it. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, and a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw. Green with a catch left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
Now Shimonek. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They're throwing here. Shimonek. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. A good pickup there, a 22. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Here's Shimonek to throw it. Flush to his right. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll go out of of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Shimmin it. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and run with Bernard. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Ready? You ready? Got it! Under. 21, 21.
Now Breeze. And he's got his man on the out route. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Breeze to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And